Peggy 7.
Oh,
wow.
Why
Actually, that was the least obvious.
Yeah, why would you not bring back DuckTales? That's ridiculous. That's a weird question. Yeah. Yeah, you'd bring it back because that's so many people's favorite NES game. It's one of the ones that people talk about all the time. It's still on everybody's short list of best NES games. Yeah, bringing it back it seems like a no-brainer, and we were really happy to get the opportunity to do it. There was a huge emphasis at the beginning on getting it to be nostalgic for Capcom fans, so we're leaning a little more towards making it an authentic Capcom product than necessarily making it a licensed Disney product. But when Disney started getting more involved, they were offering all this just great stuff, like, hey, we can get the original cast back. We can get you guys, some look at some background stuff from the vault, things like this that really were just incredible resources to have. I don't think I've ever seen that on a game before. So yeah, getting to work with those voice actors was amazing. For me, I got to write the new script, which was a dream come true. I dreamt of making a DuckTales TV episode forever, but that was by the time I was out of school, the show was done. So I'm like, wow, I get to like actually sit down and write dialogue for these people. It was amazing. Yeah, it's really neat. In DuckTales Remastered, there are a couple of new levels. There's a 40% more content just in each level. The original game is a little short, so every level has been expanded, but we're really respectful of all of the fans' favorite parts of the game. So if you remember a thing like, oh, I remember there's that one part where you take this particular mirror, you knock that one head off of the suit of armor, and like this one thing comes out, it's probably still there. Your muscle memory might serve you really well. But also it wasn't our intention to replace the original game. So if you play this one, you're going to get still a different experience than you'd get if you went back and replayed the original DuckTales. It doesn't replace or overwrite the original game, I would say, by any means. But it's very different. It's voice acted. It has a more involved storyline. A lot of the things that you're doing in the game, have purpose. Where before it was like, well, I guess I'll go to Transylvania and Magica De Spell is there for whatever reason. Now there's a storyline that explains why she's there, and when you see her and Flintheart Glomgold together, they're both villains from the show. What they're doing there, why they're involved, and what this quest is all about, and why Scrooge is going on this adventure. So yeah, we try to bring a lot of the characters from the show and get them together and give them important roles to play in the game, so that you weren't just seeing them on the menu or stage select, places like that, but actually getting them into the adventure. So yeah, that's really neat.
In DuckTales Remastered, we tried some new techniques. Of course, we have a long history of doing traditional 2D character animation, but on the backgrounds in particular, all the backgrounds were drawn as a traditional background painting like you would see in a Disney film, but then we wrapped it around polygons, so there's depth. So they are 3D, they're officially 3D, but they look 2D. So if you pause and took a screenshot at any given frame, it should look like a Disney background painting. But as you move, it looks like it moves in 3D and the perspective tilts as you would expect. So that was a new technique that we experimented with, and I think in the end everyone was very happy with it.
It looks really cool, and speaking to the authenticity of the background design, we went and found staff from the original DuckTales TV show to help us out and draw layouts. Like, we asked them, what does Duckburg look like? Like, where does it go? Where's Scrooge's money bin? Where's the mansion? Where's Gyro Gearless's house? Where are these different locations? And Mike Barraza, who is a guy who worked on the original show, he did a lot of our layouts. He's also really made famous by his art direction in The Little Mermaid on that film. And the stuff he did was incredible. You see it in the opening shot of Duckburg. If you just sit and look at it for a while, it just pans across the city, and it's just really neat. The level of detail is amazing. And what's fantastic is it's not WayForward's interpretation of Duckburg. That's the actual Duckburg made by the guy who drew it in the first place. So it's so cool. Can't say enough good things about the backgrounds and layout and color scheme. It's just all so authentic. Yeah, we're really excited we got to bring you DuckTales Remastered. Look for it this fall. We just hope you love it as much as we loved making it. I'm going to do what I usually do around this time of day. Is I like to count my money. So I've got.
You should throw it in a big bin, a giant bin. Actually.
I've got $20.
Maybe with some more coins.
Yeah.
And then jump in it and swim around.
Yeah. I like to swim. I like to swim with my money, but this is all that I have, so that's all he pays me.